Okay. Rank 3. With Yammy Bammy Bam Bam Bam. Looks like the next best thing to do would be the Void.
There is a problem.
A problem? What problem? Did something happen?
Yeah, you're breathing.
With Arcturus out of commission, the Void should have ceased its spread. It has not.
Are you serious?
I'm afraid so. I've compared reports from multiple areas. The Void is still closing in around us.
Oh man. Oh no.
The spread hasn't stopped near Osaka or Nagoya either. It has slowed down since we defeated Arcturus, but at best it only gives us a little more time.
But why? If the Void isn't stopping, how much longer do we have?
It's difficult to get an exact number, but I'd say a day, maybe 2.
1 day? Why? We defeated the Triangulum. We did everything we could.
We defeated them?
Of course we did. We fought Nebula, Spica, Arcturus. That's all of them. No, hold on. We haven't. We technically haven't defeated them. Huh? They're not destroyed. They're in Miyako's custody. Maybe that's why the Void hasn't stopped.
That is a possibility, but you can verify that the attack against this data in the Akashic Record has ended. If their assault had not subsided, he would be gone by now.
So, where's that leave us?
It leaves us in a world that will soon be consumed by the Void. That Miyako woman claimed the astrolabe was shut off. How does she know about its existence?
Maybe Psyduck told her.
That might explain why she knows about it. But that doesn't explain how she knows it will remain shut off after Arcturus' defeat. Most importantly, has the astrolabe actually ceased to function? Can we really trust her words?
She seemed very sure when she said it. Chief Miyako does not make claims like that lightly.
If her claims are true, then our situation is even more dire.
Yeah, this world has already been heavily damaged by the Void. If we use the astrolabe to regress the world, we'd be able to invert that damage. But there's no chance of doing that if the astrolabe really is non-functional.
That was our plan, to defeat Arcturus, and return to the Akasha Stratum with Alcor to regress the world again. It would seem that now we need to reactivate the astrolabe somehow.
Reactivate it, huh? If we asked Psyduck, he might know something that could help. Unfortunately, Miyako still has him captive, and the Triangulum too. It seems that girl is holding all the cards within her grasp.
We know that she has a plan, and that it involves sacrificing the 13 of us.
What do you think Chief Miyako's plotting?
It's probably something lame like saving the world.
Chief Miyako does seem to know more than we do about the astrolabe and the Triangulum. You think that perhaps she's using this knowledge to try and save the world?
I don't think she's a bad person either.
Yeah, boring character.
She's been trying since the beginning to protect humanity from the Triangulum, and she did come to save us.
You're such a sucker. She's probably only been helping us because she needs us for her master plan.
There is too much we do not know at this time. Perhaps we should wait for her to contact us. I have other business to attend to anyhow.
Like having some fun?
I'm afraid there's no time for that sort of thing. I had planned on investigating how this world's chips can control the Dragon Stream. It became quite apparent in the battle against Arcturus. My control over the Dragon Stream is much weaker in this world. As it stands, I am no match for Miyako Hotsuin. Odds are, we will need to face her one day, and I need to be prepared for it. For now, stay sharp, and keep your eyes on Miyako Hotsuin. Dismissed.
People say their full names too much. Sorry, that was just an observation. Oh god, I really don't care. I really don't care. Why you gotta force me to do this? Why can't there just be an advanced plot button? If I have to,
Look, I met my kitty again, and many new friends.
These all his family?
They're all his family. I'm having them test my chawanmushi. Do you like this one? Mm-hmm. Okay. How about this one? No? You don't like this one? Okay. It has room for improvement. It took a long time, but we finally met each other again. I'm very, very, very happy.
How'd you meet him?
The same way I met you guys. I still met up with all of you, even though I didn't have my memories yet. That's because our bonds are strong. They last even between worlds. That's why I was able to meet him again. We couldn't meet earlier because I was busy fighting to protect important things. So now I'll do everything I can to protect him and this small happiness.
Good old Jungo. And Jungo. Okay. Now's the... No, it's not. Okay, well, Otame's always nice.
Hey, it's you. Just hold on a moment. I'm taking these medical supplies too.
I will catch her in my arms.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I must have lost my footing.
Yeah. Is it anemia?
I think so. Maybe I've been pushing myself a little too hard lately. I could usually carry stuff like this, no problem, but
Doctors neglect their own health.
I'm sorry. It's probably true. I guess being a doctor and a demon tamer is taking quite a toll on me. I know a doctor's health is top priority, but why have I been pushing myself so hard?
Because Koharu isn't with you.
Oh, that might be it. When Koharu was my daughter, I could draw the line because I didn't want to leave her alone. Now that I don't have that, I feel I shouldn't stop working. Ever. To me, she was home. But now...
What's wrong, you two?
Oh, Mako.
Otome, are you all right? You look awfully pale.
No, she's just Caucasian. She just fainted. Don't worry about it.
What?
I think I just pushed myself a little too hard. Sorry to trouble you.
Better to make her look weak than to talk about anything emotional.
I'm so sorry, Otome.
Lift your head, Mako. There's nothing to be sorry about.
No, it's my fault for not realizing there was something wrong until now. Especially since we can only keep fighting because we have your support.
Mako.
I want you to tell me when you're troubled or scared or worried. Don't ever hold back. I'm your comrade and your friend.
Sorry, I sneezed.
Thank you, Mako. I will. I promise.
It kind of exploded my throat. Now I'm all, like, fucked up.
Well said, Mako.
I'm
I can't
dying.
improve, so ditto.
Huh?
I'll help you carry things, all sorts of things. I'll start by taking this one. You can grab that heavy-looking one, Mako.
You're helping? Are you feeling all right, Fumi?
You're the one that's not feeling well. I'm not so heartless that I'd make you carry things while you're sick, Otome. I know. Drink some of this and get your energy up. It's theoretically the best.
Thanks.
Come on, Mako. Chop chop. Otome, you stay here and rest a bit.
I'm coming. Bye, you two. I'll leave Otome in your hands.
Hello. Still feeling lonely?
No, not anymore. I have the two of them always looking out for me. I have you too.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. I don't know what noises I'm doing.
I should be more careful, so I can always be there to help my incredible friends. I'm feeling a little better now. I think I'll have this miso vitan drink and take a break.
You're throwing that in the trash. She's like, fuck this shit, I can just have a V8. I forgot that I've hung out with her quite a bit. Huh, neat. Well, what now? Game, are you fucking serious? No, it's okay. Here we go. so concerned.
Hey, we're getting the transmission from Chief Miyako. Everyone's at the command center already.
Oh, there he is.
Now that all of you are here, let's begin.
Okay, I'll patch her through.
Good evening to all of you in the Nagoya brand.
Do not bother with formalities. We have questions, and we want them answered. Tell me what you know about the Astrolabe, and about Alcor. Where are you keeping him?
I have no obligation to answer that question. I will only say that he is safe for the time being.
Alright, that's good to hear. Any chance you'll just give him back?
No, that is something I simply cannot do.
Okay, back to the Astrolabe then. You said its functions will remain shut down even after Arcturus' defeat. What did you mean?
I meant exactly what I said. Even should you slay Arcturus, the Astrolabe would not reactivate. This is because there is no rightful administrator.
What about Psyduke?
No, Alcor is not an administrator.
Why the heck not? He took his place on the Heavenly Throne. Besides, he already managed to work the Akashic Record so that we could regress the world. Twice.
He is insufficient to become an administrator. Therefore, he would not be capable of reactivating the Astrolabe.
Then, how do we reactivate it?
If Arcturus had succeeded in taking the Heavenly Throne, that would have reactivated the Astrolabe.
But Arcturus was trying to destroy mankind. We can't allow something like that to become administrator.
Yes, I agree. Allowing Arcturus control of the Astrolabe would have been unthinkable. However, if we wish to restore the parts of this world that have been devoured by the Void, we require the Astrolabe.
Chief Miyako, you speak as if you have such means. Do you have another way to reactivate the Astrolabe?
We need to create a true administrator, preferably one that won't attack mankind.
Create an administrator? Is that even possible?
It certainly is.
How?
My plan at its fruition will make Alcor into an administrator, with the right to sit upon the Heavenly Throne. To achieve that, I will require the cooperation of all 13 of you.
Did you lock up the Triangulum for the same reason? That's why the Void's still spreading. Because you won't just destroy them.
I can see how you would come to that conclusion, but your speculation is just that.
It's a shame that you're a stupid cunt that wouldn't just say why it was happening.
The Void has not stopped because there is no administrator upon the Heavenly Throne. Its current spread is unrelated to the Triangulum, now that their functions have ceased. I have been keeping the Triangulum in a near-sleep state because I intend to make them swords.
Swords? Are you going to fight someone?
The swords are the servants of the administrator. They carry out its will. Polaris had the Septentrions, and Arcturus had Denebula and Spica. Alcor was not recognized as a legitimate administrator. He had no swords to command. If we repurpose the Triangulum to become his swords, he will truly be able to claim the title of administrator.
You can do that?
Only if the 13 of you cooperate.
Now, when you keep saying cooperate, what does that entail exactly? I should probably tell you that I may have to sit out any strenuous activity this could involve.
I need all of you to become part of a device that will turn Alcor into the administrator.
Part of a device? What does that even mean?
Once you become one with the device, your consciousness will cease to be. All sensation, thought, and physical activity will be halted, and you will remain suspended in a state very close to death.
What? That's... Oh, man.
No way!
How long would we have to stay a part of this device?
If you truly wish for peace, for all eternity.
Right.
I am sorry to say this is no jest. There is no other way to save this world. Once you enter the device and Alcor becomes the rightful administrator, the Astrolabe will reactivate. At that point, he will use the Astrolabe to regress the world once more, returning it to a state before this destruction began. As long as Alcor remains administrator, there would be no threat from others, such as Polaris or Arcturus. There will be peace once and for all. And the only ones capable of fulfilling that role, becoming one with the device, are the 13 of you.
We're the only ones? Why?
It is the mandate of Providence. I am unsure how much you are aware of
regarding the Administrator and the Astrolabe. But as the ones who defeated Polaris, only you have the right to activate it.
Because we have administrative authority.
Administrative authority? What's that?
I'll explain later. All you need to know for now is that the 13 of us are necessary to use the Astrolabe again.
Yes. All 13 of your lives must be sacrificed for the reactivation of the Astrolabe, and I too shall sacrifice myself to see this plan fulfilled.
You too? And why is that?
Because my existence in this world is unnatural.
What do you mean?
Now that my brother has returned to this world, I should not be. I am an anomalous existence. If I remain, there is a chance the Astrolabe will not reactivate. In order to safeguard mankind, I must be sacrificed as well.
Miss Miyako, you're okay with that? How can you speak of sacrificing yourself without hesitation, without fear?
It is because I am Miyako Hotsuin. I am humanity's guardian and shield, the head of the Hotsuin family. It is not only for the sake of my duty. I wish to protect humanity. I wish to see them live in peace and prosper. We all know someone whom we wish to protect. Friends, family. Please, you must understand.
But even if it is to save humanity, it shouldn't require a sacrifice. It shouldn't come at such a cost. Miss Miyako, just as you hold humanity dear to your heart, there are many who hold you dear the same way.
Who? Literally who? Please tell me who. Is no one in here? Are you talking about some other... Io, you just bullshitting right now. I don't think anybody's here.
You're so strange.
Even she's like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Most people would be angry or in denial with all this talk. Yet, it seems as though you are more concerned for my well-being than your own.
Of course we don't want to die, but we don't want anyone else to have to die either. Which is why we don't want you to sacrifice yourself. We will do everything we can to stop it.
Alas, there is no other way to save this world. My plan will ensure the most lives saved for a small sacrifice. I wish to protect the people of this world. And I believe in you. I know that you will come to understand me and agree. I will contact you tomorrow morning to hear your answer. Farewell.
Hold on. How do we know you're telling the truth about any of this? We want to talk to Psyduke.
You will just have to trust in me. It is all I can ask of you.
So, to save the world, we have to die.
God, her entire plotline is so fucking boring. I had such high hopes for her. I was so interested when we first met, and now it's all bad.
This is way too big of a decision to make right now.
Boo!
And besides, we don't know if we trust what Miyako-chan has to...
At least her explanation of the Triangulum makes sense. If Falcor were not a rightful administrator, it does stand to reason that Arcturus would appear to replace him. I feel there is a great deal of truth in what she told us just now.
Then, if we don't do what Miyako-chan says, we won't be able to use the Astrolabe. Ever. The world will just end up swallowed by the void, and we're finished.
I suppose we should agree on our answer by tomorrow morning, then. You are all dismissed.
I had such high hopes, everybody. I was so in there, man. She seemed interesting. I was like, man, maybe she'll be like a nicer version of Yamato. And then you realize Yamato is like the coolest dude in the block in the old game. And then you get to her and she's like the most boring, awful, I'm gonna keep secrets from you for like fucking 15 episodes cunt. And then it's like, oh, this is the plan. This is fucking, oh god. I have to assume tomorrow is like the decision day for routes. And then there's another day on top of it and we'd end on Saturday. I have to, because it's getting pretty long in the tooth. We'll see. Let's keep doing the normal events.
Oh hey, great timing.
Boo.
We were going to go ask Yamato about the whole administrative authority thing. Want to tag along?
Hey, good idea. You are Yamato's favorite after all. I'm sure if you're there, he'll open up a lot more.
I don't want to go.
Huh?
Yes? What is it?
Hey, remember how you were talking with Miyako about the administrative authority?
I don't.
What exactly did you mean by that? It's because we possess this authority.
Correct. Administrative authority is required to use the astrolabe. It is something held by all rightful administrators. We hold the authority within us all, which is why Miyako's plan requires all 13 of us. Combined, we could pass that along to Alcor, so he could reactivate the astrolabe. A true administrator requires not just the swords, but the authority as well. Anything else?
Psyduke doesn't have it?
No, not at the present time. When we defeated Polaris, Alcor was supposed to have taken on her authority, but instead, he divided it among each of us.
I'm gonna be honest, I liked Alcor as a name, and I hate that my route never gave me Psyduke as a name. And then Yamato over here, he's the Chad, and he calls him Alcor.
Therefore,
how about not
Alcor
give
does not
this?
hold administrative
How
authority.
about not give a character
It is
3
divided among the
fucking
13
names?
of us.
Fucking Anguished One, Alcor, Psyduke. Next thing you know, you're gonna call him Fred. Can't we give it back to him?
In order to return the administrative authority, we require the use of the astrolabe. In fact, Alcor used the astrolabe to grant it to us the first time.
Oh, I see. Since we can't use the astrolabe right now, we can't return the authority to Alcor in a normal way, which is why we'd have to sacrifice ourselves for Miyako's plan.
Correct.
That must be why she was so willing to offer her help in bringing all of us together again.
Judging from what you've told me of her, that was most likely her purpose. She may have been spreading Nicaea to increase the odds of you regaining your memories, thus making it easier to discover us.
No. But why did Psyduke give us the administrative authority in the first place?
It would be complicated if he held onto the authority himself. Since he is a sword, he is bound by the laws of the administrators.
Is that a bad thing?
He would automatically transfer his authority if another administrator appeared. The moment Arcturus arrived, Alcor would have had to surrender his authority. That would have left Arcturus free to use the astrolabe. Humanity would have been erased easily. But Arcturus didn't possess administrative authority, so he couldn't use it. Unlike administrators and swords, we humans are not part of the control system of the Akashic Record. That is why Arcturus did not automatically obtain administrative authority. Alcor did this as a safeguard against Uri, who was supposed to be the next administrator. We would be in a much more dire situation if it weren't for Alcor's foresight.
So that's what happened. We have the administrative authority now. Does that mean if the astrolabe were still operational, we could have done almost anything?
I don't think so.
Correct. Even I was only able to use it to restore data.
So, how do we make full use of the astrolabe? I mean, we gotta use it at some point to fix the world, right?
There are 3 requirements. First, we require the administrative authority in full, which means all 13 of us must be together. Second, we need a non-human to control the astrolabe, such as Alcor. Finally, we need to reactivate it. Once we've done all these things, we can make full use of the astrolabe.
So we need to find solutions for 2 and 3, huh? Psyduke's been captured by Miyako, and we don't know how to reactivate the astrolabe.
Because we are currently incapable of using the astrolabe, we have no way of restoring the world. Not to mention, we have yet to find a way to halt the spread of the void either. The odds are not currently in our favor.
Then is Miyako's plan really the only way to save this world?
If everything she told us is true, then yes. However, we can't be certain she is being honest with us, and even if she is, should we follow the path she presented to us? I suggest you give it some thought. We will speak on it tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, We'll go tell everyone else about the administrative authority, just so they're aware too. It's best to know everything before we make a decision about cooperating with Miyako.
It doesn't matter because I'm the one that makes the decisions.
Your input does not matter here. It does not. It never did, never will. It just will not.
You're gonna force me to fucking talk to someone. You know what, guys? I think I need to be nice to characters like Hinako here and give her a talk. Oh man, what the hell's that thing on the screen? That's weird. What's going on here? This is very weird. There's bad PA. I don't know what's going on here, guys. I think there might be some sort of like visual glitch on the screen here. It's very, very unfortunate. I wonder if there's a way to fix that. Oh, it was R and Y. I fixed it. Weird. Well, it's time for bed.
Oh, well, hey there. Looks like you had yourselves another busy day. I made a little summary about all the cool stuff you got up to today. Well, want to hear it?
Sure thing.
Alrighty, let's give this a go. First off, you got a checkup from Otome last night, so you woke up in the infirmary. After you had a stretch and brushed your teeth, you discovered that Mako escaped from Gyps. It turns out she didn't discover anything about what Miyako Hotsuin was plotting, but at least she got out safe. Phew. Then you guys went to the Sky Tower to save His Excellency. Along the way, you beat the snot out of some pesky Gyps agents guarding the terminal. You snuck into the underground facility all stealth-like and talked with His Excellency. That's when, spoiler, you found out that Yami has been in the Akasha Stratum this whole time. Now, to make this all sorts of complicated, His Excellency was being held captive by the Dragon Stream, so you'd need Yami to break him out. Except there was no way to get to the Akasha Stratum, so, there was no way to get Yami. We were all trying to figure out how to get up to that giant space library, when out of nowhere, bam! Arcturus o'clock! You put up a good fight against Arcturus. Full points for trying, but in the end, there was no way you could topple it.
They didn't even let me attempt to fight it. Don't talk about cutscenes, they don't count.
I mean, what's with that cheap ability? It's cheating, I say. 100% not fair. So don't get down, sweetie. It's not your fault. So you guys were gonna run. And at that very moment, Miyako Hotsuin showed up to lend a hand. Finally, but then again, it was probably only because she needed you guys alive for her vague, mysterious plan to work, right?
Yep, she's gone.
Oh, when you guys were holding the line against Arcturus, your friends got more of their memories back. That's when you realized that this was actually the third world. There was a whole second world before this. It turns out you guys, well, most of you, already fought the Triangulum in the second world. That's really sad, though. It would have been nice for you guys to have had a little peace and not remembered all that bad stuff. It's not right. And it's not fair that things had to happen like this. Tico is near tears over here. On top of that, your friends figured out why you're the only one who didn't have that dream. It's because, well, you didn't exist in that world. It makes so much sense now, right? Right? Right! After that whole big fight, the void started spreading really, really fast because of Arcturus. It was all, super not cool. So you guys were all like, sigh, fine, I guess we need Yami's help to beat Arcturus. Because it turned out, in the second world, it was Yami and His Excellency who took Arcturus down for the count. So, Fumi happened to stumble on a terminal that Gyps was trying to keep hush-hush this whole time. And behold, it was a terminal that could send you flying all the way through space to the Akasha Stratum. As soon as you got that news, dun dun dun, disaster struck and you got a death video of Yami. So you guys were all like, no, Yami, we have to save him.
I don't think it was exactly like that.
So then you went to the Akasha Stratum, which is where you learned why Yami was up there the whole time instead of down here, helping. I guess the Triangulum were trying to destroy your data in the Akashic Record, and Yami stayed behind to salvage and restore your data. See, it's all confusing because remember how you totally didn't exist in that super bleak second world? It's thanks to Yami fixing up your data that you were resurrected in this one. Of course, it wasn't all hugs and high fives. You found out that if Yami stopped restoring your data, you might maybe disappear. Which is why he was all like, I have no intention of returning to the material plane. But then you were all like, please, and he was like, sigh, I suppose I consent. You promised him that you'd totally demolish Arcturus before you disappear. Yami was all swooned by your charm and your suaveness and your cuteness, and he decided to come back with you. So you and Yami formed the super epic team of Arcturus smashing. And you guys smashed Arcturus. And that slowed the spread of the void, which is awesome. But it didn't stop it, which is less awesome. And Miyako Hotsuin said it was because the astrolabe was shut off. Then, at night, Miyako Hotsuin called and she finally told you about her big plan for totally saving the world and stuff. It kinda sort of involves sacrificing the Triangulum, herself, and all 13 of you, so yeah. But doing all that would totally make His Excellency the rightful administrator. According to Miyako Hotsuin, her big plan for totally saving the world and stuff. But to make that work, she wants you all to sacrifice yourselves. She ended the transmission after saying she'd give you until tomorrow to make a decision. But, you know, when you think about it, can we really trust what that woman says?
Nope.
Is Miyako Hotsuin's plan really the only way to fix the world?
Nope.
Oh well, I got no clue.
I do, and it's nope.
Well, that about wraps up today's big events. Okay, have a nice week!
I'm always so exhausted when that ends. I guess I could save. I could save once here. Fucking that one.
Friday. The day of wrath dawns. Now do the children of men tremble.
No, usually it's like, it's Friday. I'm so excited for the weekend.
Are you awake?
Pervert.
What? I never even set foot inside your room.
Don't you have something to say?
Oh, right. Well, once you're up and dressed, come to the command room. Chief Yamato called a meeting. I get the feeling we've had this conversation before.
I will follow her. And then I, like, touched her butt, and then she was like, oh no, no, stop it. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Good morning. Did you sleep all right?
Like a brick.
Really, dude? Damn, you've got nerves like steel.
No, I'm just not a coward.
I couldn't stop thinking about what Miyako-chan said yesterday. I didn't get a wink of sleep.
Ha, cool.
We're all here, now that you've all had a chance to sleep on it. Have we made up our mind?
About the plan?
Yes. It is time to decide our course of action.
Well, I've been giving it a lot of thought, and even if it will save the world, I just don't know about giving up our lives, you know?
Yeah, that seems pretty stinky.
Then, should we refuse? We have no guarantees that Miyako Hotsuin is telling us the truth.
True.
And besides, we can't be sure that her plan is really the only way to save the world.
You're right. But do we have another plan? Wait. We shouldn't do as Miss Miyako asks just because we don't have another option prepared. There has to be a better way.
Huh. Looks like we're getting a call from Chief Miyako.
Good morning. I have given you a night to consider my proposal. Have you come to a decision?
What are we gonna do? You're not gonna tell her we'll sacrifice ourselves, are you? We fought the administrators and gone through so much. We can't just give up now.
I think we should consider how much we truly trust this woman. We've overcome very difficult odds up to this point. Are we sure we won't be able to overcome the scenario she's trying to convince us of? The answer should be clear to us all.
Now, tell me your answer.
We can find another solution.
So that is your answer.
Yeah, We can find a way where no one has to die.
Where no one has to die. If only there truly was such a path.
We will find a way, no matter what. And that includes you too, Miss Miyako. We'll find a solution where no one has to be sacrificed.
You're all so strange. After all I've done, you're still worried about my well-being.
They are, I'm not.
Yet I must say this. There is no solution. The world cannot be saved without sacrifice.
You give in way too easily. There's always another answer.
If so, then what other way is there?
We'll activate the thingy.
Of course. And my plan is the only way we can accomplish that.
Nuh-uh.
That's not true. We'll find another way to activate it. No one has to die.
If we can make it work, we can stop the void, and the damaged world will be healed. We did the same thing when we fought Polaris.
That may be true. But what means do you have of activating the astrolabe? It's completely shut down. All functions are inaccessible. It will only reactivate when a true administrator sits upon the heavenly throne, which is why there is no other option. Only my plan will work. Even if you were to somehow reactivate the astrolabe, another problem yet remains.
And what's that?
The administrators. Arcturus and Polaris aren't the only ones in existence. Uri, Alferk, Alderamin. There are a multitude of stars with the potential to become an administrator.
Pierogi, Chef Boyardee.
Unless a true administrator is created, the others will continue to lay siege to mankind.
I say let them come. Who cares how many show up? We'll bash in their creepy faces every time.
That would be an eternal struggle. Moreover, do you expect you would be victorious every time? You wouldn't be the only ones to suffer. Civilians too would be caught in harm's way. Do you wish for all humanity to be caught up in this conflict? This never-ending battle?
That's...
I will ask once more. Please, cooperate with me. Concede to my plan.
No.
So that is your answer.
He's right. We will find a way where everybody can live.
Yeah. Miyako, you may have already given up, but I promise we will find a better way. We just have to keep thinking, keep searching.
I see. Negotiations have broken down. I suppose I have no choice but to force you to comply with my plan.
She is very mad.
What? Damn. I guess we really are Miyako-chan's enemies now.
Be careful of the stream.
Right. Last time she trapped us with that power, there was no way to fight back.
Then we need to find a way of countering her use of the Dragon Stream. My power with it is weaker than before, but with the right ritual, I should become a match for her.
A ritual? What do you mean?
We need to go to Mount Fuji. I've been looking into it, and the facility which controls the Dragon Stream is in the mouth of the mountain in this world as well. If I perform the ritual there, I'll fully regain my power over the Dragon Stream.
Roger that. I'll start hacking the JIT's database and see if I can find the terminal code for Mount...
Counting on you, Kano. How long will it take?
They've likely increased their security over there. It may take a while.
In that case, get to work. We'll depart from Mount Fuji as soon as you have obtained the code. Everyone else, make the necessary preparations for the coming battle. And let's continue searching for a way to save the world. Dismissed. You, stay here for a moment. About the astrolabe, we need a plan ahead of time about what we'll do once we're in control. It's in our best interest if you know what functions it is capable of. It may grant us more options in the future, but our time is running short. Come find me later when you and I can talk.
Okay. What do we got here? World creation. I guess I'll talk to Yamato then. I mean, Yamato's much more interesting than anything else that you guys can do.
I've been waiting for you. I want to explain to you the specific possibilities of the astrolabe. You are our leader. the one who carries the world's fate upon his shoulders. It is up to you to understand the Astrolabe's power and build the best future for humanity. In order to do so, I wish to help as much as I can.
Let's go have some fun.
We don't have time for fun and games.
Oh.
Let's move on, shall we?
Okay. I'll be counting on you.
Well then, I will now answer any questions you have about the Astrolabe.
What can it do?
There is no short answer. I will begin by explaining what can be done with the Astrolabe's power. If someone were to tap its full potential, the possibilities would be nearly infinite. You could regress the world, modify it, or even recreate it. First, world regression, which is the act of returning the world to a past state. You can use the data on the past, stored in the Akashic Record, to overwrite the current world. You're familiar with this, I presume, as it's what we had Alcor do after we defeated Polaris. Second, world modification. The Astrolabe can rewrite the psyche of all life in the world and alter the social conscience. When I proposed to change the previous world into a meritocracy, this is how I would have accomplished it. Finally, world creation. A far more sweeping change. This is what Alcor planned on doing after slaying Polaris. Choosing this option will create an entirely new and separate world.
Could you make any world you want?
No. I'm afraid it's not that simple. It can only create a world with no memory of the past, no history. A primeval world. In other words, humans will start over, from the very beginning of mankind's history.
Sounds like fun.
You truly feel no fear, do you? However, a world with no history and no civilization is a difficult one to survive in. However, it does have its merits. Alcor said that a new world will be free of the Akashic Record's influence. There would be no administrator ruling over it. No Arcturus or Polaris. No invasions or attacks. Miyako said that without a rightful administrator, other administrators will continue to attack mankind. Yet, in a brand new world, there will be no such danger.
So there's a silver lining.
Precisely. The world will not always work conveniently in our favor. Even if we are able to rid the world of the administrators, surviving in a primeval world will be extremely difficult. That is why I did not allow Alcor the option of world creation. In order to restore the damage inflicted by the invaders and the Void, world regression would be the best option. But whichever route you choose for us, the Astrolabe must be used correctly. And for that, you will need to fully understand the nature of the administrative authority as well. We can discuss this another time, though.
Alright. That's a lot of stuff.
Hey, it's me. I found the code to get us to Mount Fuji. The chief wants us to meet up at the Public Science Museum's planetarium.
Got it.
Good. I called the others too.
Huh. Alright. Then there's Gyp's Strikes. Do I have to do this immediately, though? Because it looks like we had... Yeah, we have another one of these. What are the routes in this? His shit's so plot relevant, I assume these are flags. You know what I mean? Sometimes you kind of just... Sometimes you just look at some of this shit and go, Well, might as well check it out now. I can't wait for him to talk my ass off.
Good, you're here. We should continue where we left off last time, yes?
Okay.
It is a concept you will need to understand, so if you have questions, please ask.
What happens if we die?
You're curious what would happen to the Authority if we die. Is that correct? If Arcturus had managed to kill all of us, myself included, then it would have absorbed the full administrative authority. However, now that Arcturus has been defeated, if we were all to fall somehow, the authority would pass to the next administrator in line, Uri. I presume this is why Miyako wanted to keep us alive. If we fell in combat, the authority would skip Alcor entirely and transfer to Uri instead. Her plans to make Alcor a true administrator would never come to fruition. In fact, if we die, the administrative authority would be lost to mankind forever.
We all die eventually.
True. Any number of things can claim a human life. If one of us were to fall, however, all hope would not be lost per se. If we could use the astrolabe, it would be possible to collect the administrative authority from our allies before their death. As long as there was a way to collect it, Alcor could transfer that authority to another he deemed worthy. Of course, with the astrolabe shut down, we have no way of recovering or transferring authority. So it is imperative none of us take a mortal wound in battle. If everything had gone to plan, Alcor would have continued passing down the authority from one human to the next. That was his plan, at least. He had hoped to see the true extent of human potential.
Potential?
I didn't pick up on this until Alcor transferred administrative authority to us, but it appears the authority grants another power to those who wield it. The power to read the human psyche and influence the world with it. Since we have the administrative authority, our will is being reflected upon this world. It's slight, but it's there. The world is slowly changing to match our wishes. Those changes to the world and our influence upon it is what Alcor meant when speaking of human potential.
We can take on that challenge.
I tell you that the weight of the world rests squarely on your shoulders, and you aren't intimidated in the slightest. We can steer the world down a path of good or evil. We can cause it to flourish or fall. Knowing the nature of the administrative authority will surely be of use to you. World creation, world regression, or perhaps another path entirely. If you and I think this through, together, we can discover the best possible path for humanity. That is all I have to say for now, but I hope I've given you something to think about.
Well, let's see. Anything else? No. Gyp Strikes, which is a main story thing. And then optional things. Well, I might as well do this.
Ah, you're here. That just leaves Shichima.
Of course it just leaves him.
I got us the code for the Mount Fuji terminal. I've already finished the preparations, so we're good to go.
Huh? You work fast.
Oh, it was nothing. I haven't done anything praiseworthy.
Sorry I'm late, guys.
Shame on you, Daichi, shame. You know that being late is never acceptable.
You should talk.
You've been followed.
What?
There they are.
Daichi, you've crossed me for the last time.
Got you now. There's no time to wait for the chief's arrival. We're capturing these rebels right here and now.
What? It'll get really bad if Miyako shows up.
Let's break on through.
Now we're talking. Let's do this.
Okay. Positions. We're gonna do that. Let's go. It's my favorite fucking thing. My favorite thing is that. I cut this fight out. More details at the end of the episode.
They're coming after us. Damn, they're persistent.
Yes, they are. I killed maybe about 52 of those dudes.
I'll distract them while you...
Diversionary tactics, huh?
Wait! That's far too dangerous.
If we're all caught, then we've lost everything. Don't worry, we'll just buy you guys some time to reach the terminal. We'll meet you.
Very well. The rest of us will go on ahead and wait for you at the terminal.
Got it. I'm counting on you to look after the rest of them, Yamato.
2 people isn't going to be enough of a diversion. I'll go as well.
Count me in too. I mean, it's only fair since I kinda led them here.
Looks like you finally found some guts, Daichi.
Even I can step up to the plate when I need to.
The 4 of us will act as decoys then.
Come back safe.
Thank you.
It seems the others have spotted the targets.
They're probably headed this way. Keep your guard up.
Gyps has already sent agents to cut us off.
What should we do? Fight him?
No need to be so hasty.
We've tracked the targets to Centering Park. Beginning engagement. Send reinforcements immediately.
What? Agents, we have orders to hold this position.
They're far too strong. There's no way we can defeat them unless we focus all our forces on defeating them here. Damn, another man down. Hurry, please. We won't last much longer.
Understood. Heading over at once.
Yay! They left!
Was that Ronnie's voice on the radio? Quite the thespian.
That should buy us some time before they return.
So that went well. I hope the 4 of them are alright.
All we can do is have faith, and we'll hold here for a little while until the decoy group rejoins us. You're free to do as you wish in the meantime, but don't stray too far from the area.
Wow. The answer, the ritual, musical gift. All right, I'm gonna end this here. Sorry for cutting out me going through the previous mission. As it turns out, I reached something I'm guessing the game developers didn't anticipate, which was they gave the correct combo of shit to me that made it so if I only brought one person into the fight, and I think it's less that I brought one person into the fight, but because I didn't have the ability to move through objects, I couldn't win. They binded me so I could move 1 space per turn, and every single time I killed enemies past the initial like 6 or 7, they would continue to infinitely respawn a dude onto the escape block every time, and they usually have more speed than me, to an unfair, I would say badly implemented degree, because sometimes the enemy would opt to attack you, you'd kill them, a new one would spawn and its speed would go in front of you, you've done no action yet. Needless to say, not too happy about it. Did I just fucking hit... Oh, thank God we just hit a free battle. I was about to lose my mind because I'm so done. I'm so done with the retreat. Retreat. I didn't want to do any more story. I'm tapped. I have $130,000. $130,000. I'm level 71. I think I was I think I was early 60s. You know what? No, we're gonna find out right now. What level was I? So that was the first fight of the day. Oh! Look at that. Look at that. It wasn't well. It did not go very well, as you can see here. Well then, next time, not that. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out to the episode, and to the people who decided we need the enemies to infinitely respawn in a zone. Man. I hope you don't work there anymore.